Millennials Suck Podcast is back. MillennialsSuckPodcast.com. I don't know why I changed it. I've been doing the same one all day. Changed it.
Cool. We need some change.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, we're here with Caleb Moore.
How's it going?
Well, how you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm not too bad, man. We appreciate you showing up on time.
Absolutely.
How would you describe your music?
My music.
Like
I would describe it more like music. You know, I used to say that I rapped, and I felt like there was a song I dropped where it was called Sunshine and Whiskey. And I got a little bit more melody-like into it. And then it kind of opened up a door where I kind of went away from the rapping and like, oh, I got to have bars to like, just how does the song make me feel?
Usually, you had to get more in touch with your music.
Yeah, you know, and it was funny. That song kind of touched some people who they don't listen to rap. They only like country. Some older people who don't like rap at all. I hate that every time I tell people if I say I'm a rapper, I feel like there's an energy around that. That is either it's kind of looked at like, oh, okay, SoundCloud or something like that.
No, we've actually talked about this numerous times on our show before. Like there's a thing that happens where it's like people don't take local artists seriously. Like specifically rappers. It's no one cares that you rap until you're famous for doing it. And it's kind of like almost frowned upon
for sure
because of that. Like there's that meme that always circulates.
The SoundCloud rapper category.
Well, there's that meme that always circulates that I bring up all the time where it's like, you know, no matter how bad you're doing, just remember that somebody in your hometown is still trying to make it rapping.
Yeah, I see them. And I see people I went to high school, they make those posts and stuff. And I'm like, I mean, I got a hobby. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, right. Sorry, I'm having fun.
Yeah, yours might be playing Call of Duty or
you'll be a bitter bitch somewhere else,
whatever it is, man. But like, I just think it's awesome to see people create. And then you're right, though. It's definitely just, I don't know, there's a weird aura around it. If that's
it's got a strange stigma.
Yeah. So someone will be like, oh, yeah, it's my buddy Caleb. He makes music. I always hesitate to say I'm a rapper. Not that it's something to be ashamed of.
At all.
I rap. There's a little bit of singing, you know. Max gets me doing some things in the studio that I don't typically do.
He is one to push you out of your element. I can tell you that for a fact.
Cool. We did a track. I did a very important track here. My mom passed away almost 2 years ago this month.
Rest in peace, Corey's mom.
Absolutely. And there was like the song was dry.
I called you Corey and I apologize.
I was going to slide.
Sorry, it's a long day.
You're good.
I
man.
apologize. Rest in peace.
And thank you. And there was a part like the song was cool. Like it had a lot of feeling to it. And he had me do this like singing backtrack type deal. And it literally elevated the song. So shout out Max for that one. Absolutely.
No, I used to write with Max back in the day. Like I used to help with one of his old projects, and working with Max has made me better in every avenue of creative endeavor. Like it's not just like on the creation side, but like on the the back side, the business side, the professionalism side, the logistical side. Like Max just elevates everybody in the room.
For sure, he's
the hardest worker in every room he's in. You know, and he's more than happy to make people's visions come through. You know, like he does his best to really grab your vision and bring it as close as he can to it. And I do respect him a lot for that.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing music?
I dabbled in high school. I graduated in 2013. So I feel like my first song I did with a buddy of mine was maybe like 2010 or so, but it was very here and there. And then actually one of the guys involved with doing some stuff today, Chris Wise, we like met at a party back in like 2015. And he hit me up the next day and was like, yo, you were freestyling, but like, you ever thought about doing it serious? And this is when BlackLite was actually still in Tone's basement. And it was still a good setup, but it wasn't here. You know, it was cool. Like I started going over there with Tone, and that was like 2015. I feel like I lack consistency, but I never want to force music.
I mean, I respect that. I feel the same way about myself. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not one of those people that can just sit down and go, we're making music today and then make music. You know what I mean? I kind of got to take it as it comes to me.
The universe definitely gives you the energy. Sometimes there's some days where, because like my process is never to just sit down and write. Typically I'm putting on beats and I'm kind of like catching a vibe. And any chorus I've ever had in a song has come from that, you know, like freestyling, so to speak. And if it sticks, then I kind of keep redoing it. There's some songs I've written start to finish. And then there was one mixtape I came in here and actually freestyled all the verses. And that's before Max started. Actually, I remember Tone was like, kind of gave me the side eye. You know, he gets people in here, they say they're going to freestyle and they probably do X amount of takes. It is definitely a little more pressure freestyling on the mic than it is hanging out like with your boys or something. But just get lucky, man. I just don't really try to like overthink it. I feel like you put yourself in a box if you try to think so hard.
I mean, that's a fair way to look at it. I mean, sometimes you kind of do when you put so much like extra thought into every single thing that you're writing.
Right.
You know what I mean? There is like a restriction to it because it's like you do like when you're writing, you want it to come out a certain way. When it doesn't make it to where you're trying to get it, it's just like what the fuck. Versus when you're just freestyling, how it comes is how it comes.
So, who would some of your biggest influences be?
When I was younger, like definitely was like Lil Wayne,
greatest rapper of all time,
Eminem, those guys. And then high school, I became a huge Mac Miller fan. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I loved Mac Miller.
Rest in peace, Mac Miller.
I'm all over the place, dude. Currently, I listen to, it used to be Mike Stud. He changed his name to Mike. I like listening to stuff like that. I got away from so much of like the super aggressive rap. I like how music makes me feel, man. I listen to songs that are just, I can't say my playlists are the same as a lot of my friends, but yeah, to narrow it down.
Just listening to stuff that really evokes emotional response.
Yeah, it's got to be a vibe.
It might be chill. It might be a meaningless, hey, this is fun. Or it might be a, the song makes me feel that way or remember a certain time in life, stuff like that. But as far as the bigger influences, I definitely say like Wayne, Eminem, and I definitely love Mac Miller. I feel like he gets a lot of shade thrown his way.
I would say that honestly, and I mean obviously this happens with any artist that passes away, but I'd say that since he's passed away, he's gotten pretty much nothing but the respect he deserves. I mean, Mac Miller, the thing I liked about Mac is he went from just being a pure rapper to just trying to do whatever he could on a song to make a good song.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And he always had like you could definitely tell there was some sort of emotional intent behind all of his music, which I respected as an artist.
For sure.
So are you actually from the Cincinnati area? Or
I am. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Notice the tat.
Yeah.
I did not.
Bearcats.
Yeah, I did that when I was like 20-something.
Hell yeah. You did it yourself? Like you just looked at the mirror?
I wish. That would have been awesome. Yeah, born and raised Cincinnati, West Side. I did live in Kentucky for a few years because my mom was from there. When my parents split, went over there and lived there for a few years. Came back to Cincinnati about like 2006. Been pretty local since, obviously. Went to Oak Hills High School. That, whatever,
Okay.
Time flies. I was already 10 years ago.
How would you, if you had to say that your music had a message, what would you say that its message is?
I don't know that other people will find this encrypted in it, but I feel like it's just to be carefree with your creativity.
Right.
If you're gonna make music, I used to literally be like, oh, they're not gonna like when I stepped out of the box and went from the rapping to the more melody type stuff, I was like, always caught myself working on it and I'm like, oh, they're not gonna think this is dope or this don't got the bars that their favorite rapper does. I literally am just me. I never tried to go like a fake gangster route or like a certain like what you see is what you get.
Right. I mean, I guess I do. I mean, if you listen to any new up and coming artist at this point, like you can definitely tell where everybody's like, well, everybody's got a gun and is selling dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's just like, I like that you decided that you didn't need to fake a personality in order to make music that you could respond with.
For sure.
Or people could respond to, I should say.
And like I do run into that wall. Like even this week I was trying to write and it's like, I literally wrote my buddy like today, I just don't know what to write about. I just don't. But that's still, it just comes back to like me always trying to tell myself, just be free. Like say what you want to say. A bar or a line might be corny. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, but if it means something to you, who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's like, I just feel like I have moments where I'm like, okay, this song is important. And then I have moments where I'm like, fuck it. Let's just have some fun and create. At the end of the day, if you're not having fun, you shouldn't be doing it.
I completely agree. I mean, I think that, everybody has their own, like, I'd say like motivations to make music. You know what I mean? Some people do it for one reason, other people do it for another. But as long as you're enjoying what you're doing and you believe in what you're doing, just keep fucking doing it. And whether the whole world catches on to it or not, somebody will enjoy it.
Yeah.
There's 7 point whatever the fuck billion people on the planet. Right. At least 10 of them will like what you're doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? And if no other reason, they deserve to hear it. So I really like that you do have that, I'm going to do what I want to do mentality, and wherever it goes, it goes. I do respect that a lot. So where can they find you at?
SoundCloud, obviously we were making fun of that. That used to be the thing, but I'm on Apple, Spotify. We use this website called TuneCore, so it kind of pushes some of my music.
Distributes it everywhere.
All over, so to speak.
So streaming everywhere.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube. There is a problem because I use my real name. I go by Caleb Moore. I've tried contacting Apple and Spotify. There will be some times where my music will run into another guy who has literally the same name. and he sings. He's got a good voice. Good for him. Shout out to
I noticed
the other-
that sometimes with Spotify too.
Yeah, you know, I can't do nothing about it, but yeah, I'd like to say I'm pretty much on all platforms.
Oh yeah, socials,
social, Facebook,
same thing.
Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, it's all just Caleb Moore.
All right.
When I started rapping, I had a goofy rap name like in
What
high
was
school.
it? Can I know?
Dude, it was so bad.
What was it?
It was Astro.
Astro,
It was
like
Astro, like
ASTRO.
yeah. And then I woke up a couple like weeks after that, and there was a kid on America's Got Talent or something like that with that name.
It's
And
like,
I
well,
was
he's already more famous.
yeah,
than me.
he's
This
already
is
got me
stupid.
beat. Yeah. And maybe it was just laziness, but I kind of felt like, you know what? My name will just be my artist name because my music reflects me. You know, sometimes I go down memory lane.
No need
Or
for a
if-
moniker when you're being genuine with your music.
You know, honestly, that's how I felt like it, you know. I don't know if it was a lack of it was hard to find a name. Like people who have dope rap names, I'm jealous of you. Or artist names, period.
Yeah, artist
jealous.
names are hard to find.
It's awesome.
Especially when there's a million out there.
Right.
But we appreciate you sitting down with us. We're out of
Absolutely.
time.
Thank you guys
we
for
look
having me.
forward to seeing your set tonight. Thank you again.
Yes, sir.
It's great
Appreciate
having
you
you
guys.
on.
Thank you
man.
for giving us an extra
Hey.
couple minutes to eat, by the way.
Hey, gotta eat.
I
Support
appreciate
it.
you, brother. But anyway, we'll
Cool.
catch your set tonight. It should be really great.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for coming.
You guys are dope. Appreciate it.